And we're going live on recording. It's not really live if you're recording, I guess. So good to have you all. So here's the time. This is the time that we talk about everything that's good that's going on, right? What you've done since last month, what things you've tried, what things that you heard that maybe you're putting into place. So who wants to start the banter? Anyone got some good news to share, something that they maybe learned in the first 2 sessions that they've implemented or created on your own, or something to share?
Well, we've done a few things at the Hilton Head Club. We did have a club assembly last week to announce a few things. We've opened up a couple of new membership categories, classifications in our club. We now have a young Rotary leader classification for members under 40. We have a family membership now, and we nominally have a corporate membership as well. And so far, the membership has seemed to receive those things very well. Okay. So we've got those things going on. What I learned at the last month's meeting, we have signed up, thanks to information from Mr. Mello, we have signed up somebody for a trivia night for our year-end party.
Okay, good.
The same person that they all used. And this Saturday is Rock Saturday in Area 4. We have some virtual projects, which we unfortunately had to postpone some of them because they weren't ready to go yet. But we also have a number of hands-on projects. We've got about 70 to 75 Rotarians signed up, and all 4 clubs are participating. All 4 of the Area 4 clubs are participating actively.
All right, that sounds. What were the categories? What were the categories?
Young Rotary leader, young Rotary leadership, young Rotary leader, and we're giving them a break on our club dues.
Okay.
And family membership, immediate family, which are spouses and children. And we give, there's a primary member, and we give the other members, we give them a discount on the club dues as well. Okay. And it's a similar situation for the corporate membership. With we have a couple of different options for that, and it's probably too complicated to explain in a short period of time.
All right, but would you be willing to just share the document with me that explains it?
We can send out the table we have of the current active categories.
All right, that's great. And even if you've got it and you want to pull it up in the chat box, upload it there, people can download it tonight.
I'm not technically competent enough to do that.
Oh, Dean, come on. We're going to get with it, because pretty soon we're going to be back to the old normal with pencil and erasers and all that.
I've forgotten more than I'll ever learn. But
I know. That's all right. I'm just teasing you.
5 points is going to have, I'm sorry. Was Joni next?
Yeah, she had her hand up. That's all right.
Sorry. No, go ahead.
Okay, Joni.
I just want to say I took a couple of ideas that I heard on here. One of them was the member spotlight, which we're going to be doing once a month. We did it with our first one last month, John Anderson. And on Facebook, we've had over 700 views. So
wow.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. It was a beautiful day in Bluffton, so I'm not sure if it was the interview or the scenery on the May River, but it turned out really nice. And the second thing we're going to do is the first responder recognition. I sent out an email to our new police chief, Stephanie Price, here in Bluffton, and asked her what she thought about it, if it was a good idea. And she loves the idea. It's a great idea. And so we're going to borrow that idea from Donald and put that into place.
Awesome. That's great. I think, yeah, that's super. Are you going to use the pins that Mary showcased, of the awards that Mary had showcased at the last meeting?
Possibly.
Yeah,
yes.
They're lovely. I think they're great. Oh, good for you. That's awesome. Okay, Mary, where'd you go? You moved on my screen.
Oh, yeah, I did.
There you are.
I don't know why I moved around, but anyway, yeah, 5 Points is having a Discovery Rotary in April, and we have invited 45 people to it.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Awesome.
Yeah. I mean, even if we just get a few. That's a lot of people.
Yeah. All right, so I just checked the chat box, and the membership classifications are up there. It's called RCHHI membership classification. You can see it, so it's easy to download. Does everyone know how to download from here? Just kind of click on it, and it goes down into your wherever
Hard
file.
drive.
Mhm.
Thank you, hard
Yes.
drive. All right, Nate wants to say something. What you got, Nate?
Hey, my name is Nate Stone. I'm new to this. I was invited by Michael O'Toole. I'm president of the Rotary Club here at the Citadel. And I just wanted to introduce myself. Our club membership is about 15. It's pretty small, but we do enjoy getting out there and trying to help when we can. This past weekend, we were able to help out at the Audubon, which is very nice, as long as sending some members to some other places. But I just want to introduce myself real quick. I'm just here just to listen and just be a fly on the wall and hear some good advice. So I just want to introduce myself.
Well, thank you, Nate. I'm so glad you're on here. And you know what? I have a project that you might want to get involved with that is Rotary ready, because there's about 3 permanent sites that are going to be opening up for the vaccines. And so volunteers are needed. That might be a good project for you to tap into too.
That
So,
would be fantastic.
Yep.
We were made aware of that by Christina Arnold. And I've been waiting on hearing word from that. We were very excited to help out with that. So I'd love to keep in contact and see how we can help.
okay, so if you register on rotaryready.com, and soon we're going to be going out into the neighborhoods where folks may not have access to register online and things like that, and go out directly.
You know what?
So that might be a good
Mhm.
project too. All right, and so there was a question for Mary as a follow-up. Is Discover Rotary in person or via Zoom?
We're going to do it via Zoom, and I just sent Brenda a note. What we did was our membership chair asked every Rotarian in our club to give him 3 names, addresses, emails of people that might be potential. And we responded, we did that. And so he sent out an invitation, and we have 45 coming to this Zoom. So we'll
Wow.
see. I'll report back and let you know how it goes.
Okay, that sounds great. Dean, did you have another comment?
Yeah, just
Okay.
just to follow up on that. We are having 2 Discover Rotary Zoom sessions in the next 2 weeks. Our first one is tomorrow evening. We've got about 6 potential new members coming, and I suspect we have about the same number next week.
Yes.
And
that's
Sandy,
awesome.
Sandy's going to be helping us out.
Okay, good. All right. She's great. Awesome. Everyone knows what a Discover Rotary is on here. Don't be afraid not to say. Okay, so there's 1 or 2 that do not know about it. Who wants to offer, I don't see our digit yet, but who wants to offer what it is and how it's been successful for you, or why you chose to do one? Did Mary or anyone who's done one want to talk about it?
We've never done one, but I know what it's about.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to
it's a-
share it? Mhm.
Well, yeah, it's a program that Sandy Olson does, and she's going to do ours. And it's a series of interaction between the guest and Sandy, I imagine, explaining what Rotary does, all aspects of it, including membership, dues, everything you could possibly want to know about Rotary. It's just totally getting them engaged for this one little bit of time that we have with them, and then kind of asking them to go ahead and commit. I think she does it right at that meeting, doesn't she, Pauline?
Yeah, so it's a model that you can follow.
Yeah, it's a
So
model.
if she's invited to help you with 45, she's probably going to take your club information. And we also have it. Donald Hovis usually reminds me to say this, but on the YouTube, we had an interview. She has some posted there that she did this summer, virtually. If you want to see what it looks like, you can go to our YouTube and pull one of those up, and you can see how she moves along in the sort of a fast track story about Rotary, how it was founded and all this, but it usually brings in something when you're doing it. When she's doing it for your club, or she'll recommend what you should include about your club. And it's usually going to be your projects, but it's the way that it's presented. It's sort of a total picture, and it builds about really what we're interested in. Yes, it talks about networking, and how we get together in the family of Rotary, but it's a little bit more specific. And she just says, I don't think she says, do you want to sign up right now today? But it's the dialogue brings it, you have to watch the video along to a point where you start agreeing with her, because she would say, now, isn't this in an organization you want to belong to? Enough times that by the end, you're like, yes, 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 sign me up. So it's a great program, I
And
think.
Michelle has asked what day and time is best for Discover Rotary. I don't know that there is a better time, but I think Sandy would be the better person that can answer that question. If you want me to have Sandy give you a call, Michelle, I'll be happy to do that.
Okay,
And,
yeah.
and Brenda, I'll get some information to you as well. Brenda has asked for some information, so I'll send her something.
Okay.
Thank
And
you.
meanwhile, you can go to the YouTube channel and check out how she's presented it. And it's been modified a couple of times since she started doing it.
Actually, I've seen the package for ours, and it's very much as you described, but it's a PowerPoint presentation that we're doing. And actually, we're fortunate enough to have some past district governors, and Bernie and David Terrard are going to be presenting the bulk of it tomorrow. So
Great.
I have something to add,
Did you
Pauline.
say tomorrow? Yes. Where am I? I'm looking on the screen.
Tony.
Oh,
Tony. Yes, Tony.
Just a couple of things to add. I'm the president of the Hilton Head Island Sunset Rotary Club, and we might be called a 70-70 club because about 70% of our members are over 70. But recently, about 2 weeks ago, we inducted a new member, a young lady named Hunter Dye. She's 25 years old, and so she's bringing our average age way down. And she is a delightful person. Works for a law firm here on Hilton Head Island as a paralegal, and she's already gotten engaged in some of the club activities. And one of the activities she's engaged with is the Rotary Rocks that Dean mentioned this Saturday. Another activity that we're going to be involved with, and Mike Drakowski knows about this, is the Shamrock 5K run. It's a race that they hold each year to get things kicked off for St. Patrick's Day. And that will be on the 13th of March. And we provide volunteers to be guides along the course and help keep the runners safe. It's done in a way, because of COVID, it's being done in a way that keeps folks safe by social distancing. It's outdoors. Runners and volunteers wear a mask, except the runners may take the mask off when they're running. And it's going to be a fun event. And we have 15 volunteers working the course, and Hunter is going to be running the race. So she'll have her own cheering section.
That's right.
And
She
so,
will.
so we've
That's
got
great.
we've got some fun things coming up. We also did something similar related to a member moment. We modified that a little bit, made it a good bit longer than a moment. We had a program one evening by two of our members whose profession was accounting, and they were really quite informative and fun to listen to hear about their careers in accounting. One individual was mostly in some corporate and tax accounting type of work. The other individual had a very varied accounting career involving things from ledgers and bookkeeping to payroll to just some tax accounting with a small company that she started working for and grew with that company. And so that was a lot of fun to have those two individuals tell about their life and their profession.
Yeah, and it's good for them too, right? It's good, a good exposure for them, and also for your club to learn more about what they do. And if I haven't said this before, I'll say it again. So the original networking group, you know how there's all these different networking groups, AM networking, this and that, and but the original first networking group was Rotary International, brought together to network, promote their business, work together, like-minded on projects, and so that was actually the first networking group. So that's something else. I don't know why I thought about that, but thanks, Tony. That is a good idea. So showcasing your members on Facebook or at the club meeting or both or in a newsletter, that's a form of networking, and it's a good way to keep your members in the forefront and learning about each other. And, there's some members now, I feel like there needs to be a one day where all the lawyers get up and they tell what their different practices are, so you can tell. And I love our lawyers, but, they all have specialties, right? So you're like, I wonder what kind of law, like they do the introduction, they say, I'm a lawyer in my practice and this and that, but they don't ever say what different branches they do. So maybe I'll suggest that at my club and see how it goes. If it's success, I'll come back and tell you, well, bankers, they're superstars. They do it all, right, Paul? Yes, you're right. Bankers too.
Hey, Pauline, we just make bad jokes about lawyers in our club because we have so many.
Yeah, you do. I know that's true. Yeah, they get a bad rap. All right. Did I see someone else's hand up that wanted to say something that I haven't called on? Let's see. Oh, Carol's on. Carol, do you want to talk about how's your community Rotary outreach doing for the vaccines? Did y'all make out all right? Have you had them yet? I know you had a few, right?
We have done one. That was last Saturday. We had a really good crowd. We had the EMS, local EMS was working there also, which was kind of nice. So first responders along with Rotarians. It was held over in Bluffton, and our several spouses were along as well. And Rotarians were helping check folks in, swabbing things down as people handled them and came and went. So it was it was a great opportunity.
Great.
Yep.
Good. Glad to hear. We're going to explode in our volunteerism as soon as those vaccines start rolling into our state, right? Everyone's going to be asked to do more, and then we'll probably do another big push to recruit more volunteers. We haven't really been, except in our close quarters, but to bring other folks in to help out. Anything else to share?
Pauline?
Yep.
I put in the chat the information for the Zoom trivia. And if somebody new is on here, our club a couple of weeks ago did a trivia. We formed in teams, and it's all done via Zoom. So we're at home, did it in the evening from 7 to 9. We have this guy in North Carolina. He comes up with the questions, and there's different rounds and certain points for the questions. And you can be a team of your own. You can be a team of 4 or 5 people. It was hilarious. It was so much fun. I mean, it took us 2 hours, but it seemed like it went by in like 5 minutes. Wow. And so I put his contact information in the chat. And I know 2 or 3 clubs have already followed up with him. So if you're interested in something as a social, just for fun, try a little trivia with this guy.
Can I add something to that, Lou? My cousin up in DC does a trivia thing. This is Dot. I think once a week or once a month, and they have a whole group of people. It's not through Rotary, it's just a group. And they pay $25 to play trivia. So it can be a couple. And the winner for trivia gets half of that money. But they don't actually get money. They get gift cards for local restaurants. So you're supporting the restaurants. And the other half goes to a designated fund like food bank or something. And so I thought it was a great way to have fun and raise a little bit of money at the same time and do good for the community and then, somebody still wins something. So
Right.
I'm interested to see if this spreads more in our area here.
I hope so. Our club decided to award like first, second, third place, but we don't give money to the winners. We take money and send it into the foundation in their name. So
That's good.
that's a win.
That's good too.
So
Yeah.
did you charge them to play?
Nope, no charge. Just show up for free. And we've got money in the club. I mean, all of our clubs have money, even though we're not, doing fundraisers and such. We haven't had that great of expenses this year. So we've all got money to some degree.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a good idea. That was just like an event, social event, right? Yeah. Okay. But for clubs who might want a little fundraiser, that might be a good idea. So,
And I might also caution you on that, because for any of you that attended the Halloween or the Christmas trivia that we had, Lou was the only one that knew any of the answers. We were all pretty stupid, right, Paul? Well, Paul
No,
knew some. Paul knew some. I'm taking it back.
the
Paul.
first event we did not do well. The
We
next
did,
event, I
yeah.
think we had all the answers.
Yeah,
and
but
we
that
did well.
first event was pitiful. I mean, so I
Yes.
don't know. I would caution any of those people, don't do trivia.
Okay, we'll make it Rotary trivia, and I'll challenge anybody.
oh no, forget it.
You'll
We
sweeten the
could
floor with us.
listen. We couldn't handle Halloween. How the heck we going to do the history of Rotary? We're just gonna.
Well,
we
know
just
that
got
Lou's
so
already done
silly.
that. He's already done the Jeopardy on that, so he.
Yeah. I was just gonna say it is fun because you just get so silly, like you're laughing, but your brain doesn't want to even work because you're just laughing hysterical, right? The worst part is it was on Facebook Live. That was the worst part. But
That and
people
we
were having-
aggravated the host because Donald was saying, "Raise your
Oh
hand."
yeah,
We were just yelling out stuff. It was fun. You had to be there, I guess.
that's right. We did harass you, Donald.
Sorry about that.
We need another one of those really soon.
I'll walk to the door.
Yeah, you sure, right. You should. No, it was bad. It was bad. All right. So let's see. How about did all your president-elects attend the PETS training? All right, that's good to know. That was good. No, Brenda? Oh, I couldn't hear you. You're muted.
I have to check.
Okay.
He had the information. I have not talked with him, so I'll check with him in the morning. We have our Wednesday morning meeting, so I'll check with him.
All right. Well, I know if he didn't, he can make it up, right, Paul? Yeah. So there's a way for.
Yeah, we'll be posting the sessions to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So as soon as those are up and available, then they can go and make up there.
Right.
Okay.
Right. All right. So if you want to keep on schedule, if there's nothing else, anyone else want to share anything? We're going to move on to our well, maybe we're going to move on. Here it is. Oops, nope, that's not going to work. All right. Yay, it works. Let's see. Where's the one that just gets it started? I hate when you do this. It says slideshow. Here we go. So, that's why people struggle with it. I notice that when we have it, okay, you have to go to the other place, that sometimes folks have a hard time. So, yep, this is the third of the series. So I hope you're keeping track of everything that you did and you're taking that award criteria and filling it out for the Make Your Mark Award. And so this was it, 3 sessions. I think they went well. It's just for us to have discussion, which we did, talk about our challenges. And we want to focus on the 3 key areas, as always: membership, foundation, and public image, which is why we have the 3 Musketeer logo, right? So you won't forget it. And so we're counting down the days of our Rotary year. Paul, I'm smiling. 121 days to go. Just in case anybody was wondering. And so that's how much time we got left, right, in our clubs to do what we want. Mary, I got you up first. Are you ready to go?
Sure.
Good.
Sure. I'm good with that. Focus is going to be Public image. Understand and use a Rotary brand to grab attention. And we are right now trying to get somebody from Russell Hampton to come on CRAP. I think Joe Beveridge is going to be the one that's going to do that, to talk about the importance of using the brand correctly and the importance of using vendors who are licensed to print and use the brand correctly. An example of using an attention grabbing logo or brand is the In Polio Now, which we're all familiar with. The Rotary Ready, which is our new one, and we're getting some things printed up right now with that logo on it. The Purple Pinky, of course, we are all familiar with that. And as Pauline said, the Three Musketeers. Engagement is to encourage your members when they're out doing things. Tony, you were talking about the event that you're having this weekend. I hope that the runners are going to be wearing something that shows that they are doing this for Rotary and raising money for Rotary. To wear the brand, send press releases, use logos, use the Rotary logos on signs. And Tony, if you'll send me some pictures that I can post on the district website, I can go to the People of Action Photos site and designate that it was Rotary, so that anybody that looks at those pictures, there won't be any doubt. And if you'll tell me who's on the photographs, I can tag them so that that can get some attention too. And take action. I'm sorry?
That event is
Will
next
do,
week.
Mary.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
I just said, I will get photos to you, and we plan on wearing our club Rotary shirts.
Perfect,
Perfect.
perfect. And if you'll, get them to me, and then I can go on that People of Action site and put Running for Rotary or designate it some way. And take action is wear Rotary proudly. Make sure members are showing the Rotary logo, logos on other Rotary efforts, and post photos on social media. Tag the people so that it goes to their line and it goes to all their friends that are on their Facebook page or friends with them. A lot of times if you're wearing the logos, people will ask you questions about what it means. I know we had people down in Florence asking about the purple pinky on the polio mask, and it was a lot of fun to explain about the children getting their pinkies painted purple and what Rotary was doing to eradicate polio. So it does work. People will ask questions if it's something that's catchy. So yeah, just continue to do that. Donald's going to take up this position next year. So he is going to be, once again, saying the same thing I've been saying is, wear your brand, be proud of your brand, post your brand, show your brand, let people know that it's Rotary.
Great. Any comments or questions about anything that you want to add? All right. Miss Paula, there she is.
Oh, hey, I'm so flustered. I didn't even realize did not have myself muted. So, yes, well, I am so flustered. I'm calling myself out, folks.
All right, that's okay.
No, this is hilarious. So I've had this on my calendar forever. I checked my calendar yesterday. I said I sent Pauline all the information she needed. Looked at it today, yada, yada, yada. Having some work done in the house, so we don't have any heat downstairs. So I had this great idea that I would make some cookies so we get that oven going and get that, get the heat up, Then I get this text at 6:35. Paula, are you getting on here tonight? So here I am, folks, in my run.
I hope you brought cookies.
Oh, they smell great, Mary. They smell great. If I could, I'd give everybody a cookie.
All right. Well, look, I shut you off. Hold on. Okay, there you are. Okay.
Mary, she needs a Rotary apron.
Oh, yes, I do for $15.
Yes, she does.
I want one. Yes.
I mean, Paula, yeah, you do. I'll get you one.
$20.
Oh, I thought it was $15.
What, they went up in price? What? Jeez.
Oh, gosh.
Love it, Paul. That's right. See, I was just going to be kind, but I got to do what the
This is too
governor
funny.
is.
Everybody's busy. Life gets in the way sometimes. I apologize.
Oh,
I'm
you're
Paula,
good.
you would be remiss at not paying for the apron because after all, you are the foundation. So
I'm happy to pay. I'm happy to pay. Oh, gosh. Okay, folks, I know your time is as valuable as anybody else's. So I'll get on with it. I really, and I said this to the president-elects. So if any of you presidents hear your president-elect say, Paula Matthews said for us to send our third quarter dues in by March the 31st. I did say it, and I did ask them to remind you. And I want to make sure you get the message because District Governor Pauline is going to have a conference in May, and we'll be giving some foundation awards, and it will be based on the March 31st deadline, or the results as of March 31st, because we don't get those results until mid-April, and her conference will be in May. So that's why we set that deadline. So do that. I don't want anybody not to get an award that they deserve. And then engaging your members. The foundation challenge goal. If I'm reading some fundraising folks, not just from Rotary Foundation, but from other foundations, typically in the time of great need, there is a real increase in giving. Well, we're in a time of great need, and I'm hoping that we will see an increase in giving. We did see that in December because we were a little bit ahead of the previous year in terms of annual fund giving. So do encourage your clubs to meet the challenge goal. Now, here's something I did say to your president-elect. So if they come and say this to you, I did plant the seed that if perhaps, I don't know if you're like me, but what do they call it? Let's see. They call it the COVID relief check. I don't know why in the heck I got this dang thing. I'm not a person that needs it. So it's going to the foundation. It's a great time to do that. So there may be others in your club that are in the same position that I'm so fortunate to be in. I know how fortunate I am. And I know that there are hundreds of thousands of people in our state and in our district who are hungry, who are out of work. And what better way than to give it to the Rotary Foundation? And it's an excellent opportunity to make that challenge goal. Even though membership may be down, I think we can do it. I really think we can do it because we are very generous people. And that's another thing, to engage your members in that regard. And then the third thing is, don't forget that your applications are due for the district grant cycle on May the 15th. So remember that, May the 15th. I'm looking at my, yes, May the 15th. Oh, here's the other thing. I knew there was one more thing. In addition to that stimulus check, every club received a note from the district saying that their dues, their district dues only, they didn't need to pay. How about divert the district dues that were refunded to your club to the annual fund and make your club meet the challenge goal? So think about those two things. I don't know what your situation is in your clubs, But those are two options that might help you meet that goal or even exceed that challenge goal, because there are folks who are in great need, and we are very fortunate to sit where we do. Pauline, anything else?
Yes, Paula, I would like you just to remind everyone where the annual fund money goes and why it's so important to us. And I think to Mike, right?
Oh, yes. Oh,
Yes.
Mike, you're the man now. This is really important to you. You better get
That's
on the trail, boy. You get on the trail.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah. So here's what happens, folks. Let's see. The money we have coming during Paul's year was from District Governor, and I can't remember. Paul might know. Who? You're muted.
He's muted.
Johnny.
Who?
Johnny Moore.
Oh, it's
Johnny
Johnny's.
Moore.
Oh, you're getting Johnny's. Okay. So Johnny Moore. What?
No, he doesn't get Johnny's.
No, it's 3 years.
I'm sorry.
Who was before Johnny?
David.
David.
David Gerard. Okay. So David Gerard's whatever, not just David, it's whatever the district raised 3 years ago.
Mhm.
Half of that comes back to the district. That will come back to us this year. Well, July 1. We'll have access to that July 1. So the money that we raise during this Rotary year, Pauline's year, in the annual fund, that money is invested for 3 years. And then at the end of 3 years, which Mike will be our district governor at that time, that money will come back, and the district will have access to decide where that money goes. So it's real important, and we are really challenged because our membership is down, and we have seen the annual fund giving slightly decrease every year. We'll have less next year than we had this year, and that's a direct relationship to our membership. So the way we can, there are 2 ways to increase that. 1, increase our membership, and it'll take care of itself. And 2 is for our members to give more to the annual fund so that we can give more to our district and to our local communities. Okay, thanks, Pauline, for the reminder.
Right. No, that's good.
Paula, this is Tony. I had a question. Did I understand you correctly that half of what was given 3 years prior comes back to the district?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
This year, for example, it was a little over 360,000. And as a matter of fact, talk to your president-elect, and they received the PowerPoint I used outlined where that money went, that 360,000 and change went this year within our district. And I think, Paul, that each president-elect will receive a thumb drive, and the PowerPoint will be on that. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Anything else, Pauline?
No,
I have a
I
question,
think,
please.
yes, go ahead.
Yeah, this is her.
Mhm.
Paula, you mentioned that that our finance people had received notification that some amount of district dues were not required, and you were suggesting that it might be used to meet goals at the club level. Our treasurer is often, because of things that are going on right now with his work, because of COVID-19, is not there often. And we have a board meeting tomorrow. So if I want to bring this up as a possibility for discussion, how would I coach that? Would it be that whatever the amount was, or were there a certain number of months that it didn't have to be paid? What would be the information that I would provide?
I'm going to let Pauline and Paul answer that part of it.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so you're just talking about the dues. So twice a year there's a billing that comes from the district, right? And that belongs, it goes by each member. It's around $20 a person. And so in lieu of the situation that we're in and the fact that some of the things that we intended to do with the money didn't happen, the invoice that's going to come out in April, and this is also for an accounting procedure that we're doing an invoice, it will show the amount that you would have paid for your dues, but then it will show a line item that says, I think it says funded through another budget line item, whatever it is, but the balance is zero. So when your treasurer gets the invoice that they would normally get in April, and let's say your dues were $500, there would be $500 showing. Then it would show a credit of $500 taken from a district fund line item, and then it'll show a zero balance. So that would mean, if that were the scenario for your club, it would be a $500 contribution that you would recommend to your club to put to the foundation annual fund. Does that help?
It does a little bit, but just a while ago, Paula was mentioning that the awards would be based on what the giving had been through March 31st, and this would be in April. So it would be a matter of trying to perhaps guess. I just want to be as accurate as possible when I bring it up tomorrow.
So you know that the bill is coming, right? So it's usually due January. So this, it's whatever half the dues is for the club. You could commit it. It's not like you're actually getting any cash in hand. You already would have the decisions you would make to collect from your members. You may have already invoiced for January. My club already invoiced for January. And we have some shortfalls that we're going to cover with the money that we don't have to pay for dues for the district. You see what I'm saying? But your club could decide to did you have your invoice for the mid-year yet from your club?
And we're looking good in terms of what the report that comes out shows for us with our money. But this will help to do that encouragement, especially to meet that challenge goal. Because,
right.
That's something that I like for us to do, and it sometimes requires a little more positive spin to get everyone to agree to that.
Right. All right. So so you're already in a good position because your invoices already went out. Most people paid their dues. It's already in that amount. And so if they went ahead and paid it and you're in good stead, then you could say, we're in good shape. Let's move this forward. Let's play this forward, invest it, meet our goal, and possibly get more money or continue to get money for our district grant and other projects in the district. That would be how I would position it.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? Anybody raising their hand? It's hard when you got your screen shrunk. Okay. So here we got, we got Digit. Guess what? Digit's not here, but you'll remember from the first session and the second one, he would like you to stay +1 through the end of the year. A number of different ways, connections, and ensure you respond to new leads through the website. We have been getting quite a few new leads and members joining, maybe 15 throughout the past couple of months on the district database, but maybe you're getting others. Consider a satellite club. I don't know if you recall this, but that's the way to build your club too. So you can have a spin-off club, take 7 members to have to get a satellite club started, and that would increase your base for your club. And also you can grow your programs, you can grow your projects and funds because you have them to join you at your socials, maybe help you with your programs, or maybe you can help them with theirs. So it's a good way to engage everyone, right? Everyone's looking for engagement, new ways to network. That's one of them. So you might want to think about that. And again, his action was at the end of the year +1. So I think any questions on that or any comments or anything about that? I know that our first satellite club of the year was the Little River Club. Who's on here? Is Rich on here? I know he's growing. Do you just want to mention, Rich, how your membership's doing as a part of?
We have grown. We'll be at 14 members this month. We'll be inducting a new member next week.
Mhm.
And then we have a couple more that are still in the pipeline.
So that's awesome. Doubled your membership in the first 6 months, right? And aren't you doing more with the Little River Club as well? You're right? Aren't you doing more activities together, or they're coming to your function?
Yes, we have a lot going on where members from both clubs flow back and forth for the projects. And one of the projects that we're going to be planning next week is potentially doing some pollination gardens at one of our youth centers here in Little River or Sea Haven.
Awesome. Wow, that's really great. And if you so food gardens, right? Like,
well, this is actually a pollination garden for insects and birds.
bees. Oh, birds. That reminds me. So one of the other new things that we're launching in the district is a club focused on under the environment and sustainability on birds. Audubon. So that is a great project. And we already have someone who from the State Department of Environment who is willing to join the club and help with the programs and help with it would be a cause-based club, right? The focus would be that, and it would be Zoom one month and a project the next month. So
Pauline,
we meet twice a year.
Is this a club or is it a fellowship? It's
a
an
club.
actual club?
Actual club, not a fellowship.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So anyway, that's exciting too. So anyway, take advantage of a satellite club. Yeah.
One final thought on the satellite club.
Yes, sir.
It has been very positive to our membership group growth from the perspective that there were people that were interested in Rotary that just couldn't come at noon on Wednesday. And creating that opportunity for them got them into the club, and they've been very enthusiastic.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Pauline.
Yes, ma'am.
Maybe you should talk a little bit about what cause-based are. I'm not sure. Does everybody know what that is?
So it's a club that you can form around an area of focus, that one of the 7 areas of focus, and that would be your primary focus of your club. So in other words, people would join because they're interested in that one cause, that one subject, and they would have programs around that. Maybe their giving would be around that. Maybe they would have it socials around whatever that is. And so it's really a wide open field. If you look at our 7 areas of focus, right? Environment happens to be one that, it's kind of been neglected in the, in organizational structures, right? So it gives a place people like-minded about that topic to meet and, share some, and whatever evolves from that. So another one could be military. There's a lot of military folks, and there's people who want to and believe in supporting the veterans causes. So that club could be based as a cause-based, meaning they want to focus on helping the veterans, but they want to have socials and they want to do, like any other club, right? But they want their main focus to be it. And then the third is Vista Night, is converting their legacy model club into a cause-based club. So they can attract new members, and it's going to be education and literacy, because they're all interested in it. And then they feel it's in the Columbia area, and they feel that they can bring in folks who are just focused on that and expand their club, their own club, that way. So there's a lot of different ways that you can do it. It's obviously something new, so it's hard to get kind of grasp and catch on with it, but you have to be a little bit creative, and we'll see how it goes. There's clubs in the Midwest that I think around Ohio, they have such a huge problem with what do you call it oh my God, it fell right out of my head. Trafficking, human trafficking. They have like 19 or 20 clubs. This focus of work, program of work, their efforts, everything. It's still a Rotary club. They still have their fun and they do whatever, but they focus everything on the human trafficking component. So there's so many, and there's one that just formed in North Carolina. I think it's around domestic violence. So those are people who want to work on that issue, mothers and children. So we have that area of focus, and that's one area that they wanted to, and that's a newly formed one too. So it could be any kind. Actually, Mary, your club's the one that inspired me about this bird thing. We started talking about, I'm going to be, and actually I'm joining it. You can join a satellite club. You can't be a member. You can only be a member in one place, but I'm going to join I have an associate member classification.
Well, our past president was a big birder and
Yeah.
Started every meeting with a photograph of a bird and gave the history of it and a little bit of information. Really interesting.
He's going to join
you talked
that
to him?
club.
He's going to join?
No, I didn't talk to him. I'm going to. I want to.
Well, we don't want to lose him out of ours.
But he could be an associate like me.
Okay. Good.
All the
Just don't
birding,
pick him.
all the crazy birds. All right, I'm holding people up. All right, so here we are. I want to just have you focus on the 121 days that are left, right? Keep your eyes on your goals, the original goals that you started with. I know all of you found new ways, are struggling to find new ways to engage your members. And you had your own goals that you wanted to set. Maybe you think about them more creatively, like what could I do to accomplish the goal in a different way? And if you want to talk one-on-one with me about ideas, I'm open to that. Like if you think, well, I have this thing I wanted to do, but I just couldn't make it happen. So just reach out to me. You can talk about it. So you want to accomplish those goals that you set for yourself, right? You want to make your mark. You want to make your mark on your year. And so you need to also engage your leadership because you can't do it alone. And oftentimes, I mean, I know everyone goes, oh, I don't want to bother them, but their members are sitting there wanting to do something. So with a little encouragement, and you say, this is my goal that I wanted to make this year, and I need the leadership support to do it. And break it up. Remember the thing about small steps, small pieces come together to the one large success, and that's really what it is. So I just want to let you know too that all the awards are to be submitted by April 2nd. I moved those dates out, so any of the awards will be moved out to April 2nd. So you still have time to work on your citation, your make your mark, submit those, and the other awards that I spoke about last time. I sent an email out about it, and I can put it in the chat box or resend it on the new awards that we have. So we'll follow up with that, but you have time to still work and reach your goals in those areas. So this is Water and Sanitation Month, right? So you want to engage your members here. Some ideas. Have a program to talk about water and sanitation. We have so many clubs here that have worked on global grants. They can talk to you about their projects with the water and sanitation that they've done. You can donate to the disaster fund that I sent out the information to the presidents and the community service folks about restoring drinkable water to those hit from the storms. They still have pockets across Texas where they're in need of bottled water. Think about doing that. You can participate in a hand wash program, and that's a program that is it was in place before COVID. And the reason is most diseases can be prevented by having clean hands. The children that, got these different diphtheria and all these viruses that are spread, if they had washed their hands, it could have avoided that. So maybe look into that program, have that as a speaker, or just donate bottled water to your food pantries, right? That's great for folks to take home too. Put them in your little blessing boxes if you have them, or think about adding that to a food drive, a case or two of water. So that may be something that you could do that you could focus on for the sanitation month. And then take some action, right? Reinvent some club goals, activities, or programs, right? Maybe you've been doing something and you'd like to do it different. Be bold and do it different, right? If it doesn't work, then next year you go back to what you did before. But you need to mix it up some. Everyone comes along after a while, even if it's something that they don't particularly love, but they'll support it because they're Rotarians, right? That's what we do. So don't give up on those. Innovate in a different way to move forward. As I mentioned in the beginning, it's just different, right? It's just different right now. So have the members join you in being different too. And if you ask them, I'm sure they will. Any questions on that part? I'm going to take you to, these are things that are coming up. The Rotary National Golf Invitational Tournament. This is the Facebook page. And we've talked about this early on. And I just wanted to show you that there is a Facebook page. And one of the things that you can do to have a focus is the tournament is as a fundraiser for CART and polio, right? So a golf tournament, June 11th, outdoors. By then, most of us will be vaccinated, right? It's a good way to have fun, come and volunteers, but better yet, you're going to be called upon by committee to get them to commit to a team of 4 players, right? You have 4 players in your club. If you're not golfers, and think about outside of the club, right? So family members you have that love golf. You can also, to engage your members, share a video with the club or ask for a speaker about the program that's coming up. AJ is a great speaker. He can talk about the golf industry as well. It's, our state is known for its golf. So maybe have a program on it and talk to your members about doing that. But here's another one. You could just buy a team slot for $800. That's a team of 4. And it's a full day of golf and meals and all that sort of stuff. And then you can use it to sell raffle tickets. And then anything you sell above that, right? So let's say you sell $2,000 worth. You keep the rest for your fundraiser, and your winners get to participate in the golf tournament. And the money, with the money going to CART and polio. So it's like a trifecta, right? Get the money for the club, money for the district, for CART. Can't be better than that. So
how would you sell the raffle ticket? I mean, how would you sell raffle tickets, or what the raffle tickets would be for?
They're for the $800 for the team, a player of 4, a team of 4. So a spot. So how it would work is you could just make up some tickets. In fact, it's something that you probably could do. I don't know how many you would want to sell. I don't think it costs a lot. Maybe Mary could give an estimate about how much it costs for golf. Not golf, for printing some tickets to use as the raffle. But you'd set a price, and so if the club bought 800, paid for that, and all the money that came back, and you raise, so you maybe you charge $20 for the ticket or $5 for the ticket, whatever it is of the amount. And
so you're saying that we would be raffling a ticket for a team slot for $800. Okay, I get it now.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Gotcha.
I was thinking you were talking about the actual ticket. Okay, we're on the same page
trying
now.
to figure out what were we raffling off. So basically, we would pay the $800, get the spot, then we would sell tickets to raffle off, and whoever wins the ticket, they get the team slot that we paid for. And if we sold more than $800, we get to keep the difference. Gotcha.
That's right.
Well,
That's right.
And the other thing, Pauline, is we're going to be asking all the club presidents or all the Rotarians to give us the name of people that they think would want to be a sponsor. And there are all kinds of different levels for sponsorship. So, if you know somebody in your club that would want to be a sponsor, a golf cart sponsor, or a hole sponsor, or the Friday night event sponsor, a swag bag sponsor, we have all kinds of different levels. We're going to be asking for, and we need major sponsors. So we're going to be asking the members to come up with a list of people we can contact. We'll contact them. You just give us the name and who to contact.
And where's this golf tournament gonna be held at?
Golf capital of the world, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, at Wichita.
Yeah, Wachisaw. It's in Litchfield, actually. It's in the Litchfield section of the Grand Strand. So it's right by Pawleys Island, and it's a beautiful course. So that's why I showed you the Facebook page.
We're going to have a website, Pauline. We just don't have it up yet.
Oh, okay. Well, but they can go to Facebook too and see,
Absolutely.
right? Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so check it out, and I'm just throwing out ideas, you know, for you to think about doing something different, right? So, and what do I have here? Here's the days. All right. So the date of my conference, it's an all club virtual mini conference, will be May 4th, which is a Tuesday at 6:15 p.m. And it'll be a hair longer than what Johnny did, a little different than what Johnny had last year. But all the awards will be covered, and all the important things. We will also be doing a memorial for our members that were lost last year, in Johnny's year and my year. So we want to be able to recognize those folks too. And we have to also announce all the folks who participated in the 10-star Rotarian. And the other thing we're going to do is we're going to have that week in May, we're going to have a special edition newsletter that will come out, and we'll highlight all the names and more particulars than you can include really in a Zoom. I mean, it's hard to sit there and recognize person after person after person, but it will be all captured and sent out after the awards, so that every member can see it and promote all of the hard work that everyone's done all year. May 4th and June 11th, the golf tournament. So make your mark. Right? Press forward, do not stop, do not linger in your journey, but strive for the mark set before you. And so I can't believe this 3 sessions is over already. Do we have any, let's see, may the 4th be with you. You're so funny. You're so funny. Well, my theme is it's a virtual life, because that has been my whole year virtual. I'm still waiting to wake up from this dream. All right. Who else got something smart to say? Birds up a feather. All right, Lou, you have to join where's Lou? I hate when people move around on my screen, just when I know where someone is, right?
I'm right next to you on my screen.
Oh, okay. Behave yourself,
Pauline.
then. Yeah.
Can the former treasurer make just one clarification on the dues invoices?
Okay.
So that we make sure that we have an RI invoice that comes out on January 1st. Pay that one. Don't not pay that one.
Yeah, they got a whole email about it from me.
we have a dues invoice for the district that comes out on April 1st. That is the one that will have a membership number times $20. There's your membership, what you owe. It will have a credit on it. Your balance will be 0. That's the amount that Pauline was saying that you could use for contributing to your annual foundation goals or wherever you want to do with it. So
Thank you.
The old treasurer had to come out. Sorry.
Yes. And we're so happy we have an old treasurer. All right. So let me see if there's anything else in here that I didn't. You all received the application for the Make Your Mark, right? And you saw the changes to the award. Some of them are just a written statement, right, about what you've accomplished. And how about, did you put it in there, Paul? Or did I email that out to everyone? It was under the update, so I can send it out again. Because I got 121 days, so I'll get it out again. So we'll make sure everyone has what they need. Let's see. Anything else that we'd like to cover tonight? Michael, we didn't hear from you. Something's coming up in May. Is the Rotaract conference going to be inviting everyone to attend with it in May?
I just received an email about that during this meeting, but the plan is that the Presidential Series Conference, our zone is lucky enough to host President Hogard-Nack. And I think how it's going to be is it's going to be a Zoom format, and the link will be on DACDB.
Awesome. All right, so I'll have to add that to my calendar. It's the following week. I think it's the 14th, 12th through the 14th.
14th or 16th or something.
Okay. All right. So if you have the new category, Rotor, Young, whatever, they might want to go to that. Who's got the new Dean, your new category? What's it called? The young one. Oh, you're muted.
It's Young Rotary Leader is what the category is.
All right. So you
Okay.
and anyone else who has some new Rotarians in there, this would be a great, it's a regional presidential conference called by Holger around Rotaract and youth, so young adults. So that might be something to promote. So I'll add that to the things coming up. Michael, keep me in the loop. And anything else? No. This has been fun. I'm kind of sorry it's ending. So, but I know you're going to do great. You got 121 days, knock it out of the park. So we'll see you around on a CRAP or something else. And I'm serious. If you have a challenge that you need to talk about, that you would like to talk about, and I'd be glad to help you with any of those creative things or problem things or whatever it is. I think I'm getting the knack of it now. Oh, Carol, thank you. Thank y'all for attending. Submit your forms for the awards. I can't wait to give them to you. And I'll see y'all soon. Don't forget, if you want to volunteer, RotaryReady.org. We're going to need a lot of volunteers in the next 4 months.
Pauline, this was a great format. It was a good idea.
Thank you. He's such a good AG. All right, everyone. Have a good one. Take care now. Is there more stuff in the chat? All right. See y'all. I got to stop recording. Did I? Where's the stop button?